Okay.
I hope
So
it's
we're
light
live.
enough.
No, your light is good. Your light is good. I like it.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Hey,
It's good.
thank you so much for having me at your show, Janai.
Yeah. You know what? It's been a long time in the making. Like I thank you for for telling me to do this. Just because it's like lately my schedule's been so hectic all over the place, and sometimes when someone asks you, you're like, all right, let's do it.
I know. Tell me about it. Why are you so busy?
No, because I do the virtual events for companies. So the thing is, it's hectic. It's like it's not a set schedule.
Yeah,
There's some events are earlier in the day, some events are later, and it's also the prepping for the event. So that's what's
of
been
course.
keeping me busy. You know how it is, growing business. It's about finding the
Absolutely.
right balance between, doing the social media stuff and, doing all that. I mean, how are things been with you? I know, like, you're all over the world. You're doing a lot of things. You left your corporate job. You used to work at LinkedIn.
Yeah,
So,
crazy times, right?
yeah.
Things are doing great. And again, I am super similar to you, trying to hustle everywhere, trying to be my own accountant, trying to be my own finance admin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you're also doing marketing, like you said, right? Putting yourself out there, doing all those amazing networking and so and so. So yeah, so I'm totally at that stage as well. Business have been doing okay, doing well. I actually have my business partner joining next Monday, so I'm
Nice.
really excited about that.
Wow, wow. Who's your
And
business partner?
can't be reviewing because he's still in contract like to
Okay,
today.
okay.
But I would love to update you more on Monday,
Okay, cool,
and
cool. I'll wait for Monday.
you'll know the announcement anyway. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, so you've been going live on LinkedIn. I see you have some hard-hitting guests and you're doing
Oh,
amazing things. Yeah.
and you will be soon on my show. I'm just so
Yeah,
excited.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I mean, it's on my calendar, so I'm excited.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be really honest with you, I think it's super difficult. I also want to learn from you because you obviously have been having the LinkedIn insomnia. I absolutely love this name. I think I told you when
Yeah.
I was doing the e-coffee with you for the first time. And how do you run it for so long? Because to me, I try to cap it just 30 minutes and make it very consistent and showing up for my audience every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I really have a tough time. So I have 2 weeks that I was just like, oh my gosh, I just can't do it. And I
Yeah.
skipped 2 weeks and I felt so bad about it.
Yeah.
And now I'm telling myself, no, I need to continue doing that. There's so much good about it. Give me
Yeah.
so much great energy. The conversation is amazing.
No, I mean, look, I will say that I've failed in terms of being consistent just because, look, one of the rules of live streaming is you got to be consistent, so I haven't done that. But, I find that community is the most important aspect of live streaming. That community and add value. You create those two things, you get a lot. I just want to shout out Amir. Thank you, my two favorite people. I appreciate you.
Oh, hi.
Muyuddin, thank you. Thank you for your wonderful comment. I think a lot of people live streaming is like it's a very long term thing. It's about building the relationship. It's about having fun. I think
Absolutely.
it's a lot of people go very scripted, but I like being off the cuff. That's my style. And everybody has to find like a different thing that sort of works to them. And hey,
Absolutely.
Preeti, nice to see you. And ask questions. I want to hear questions about the audience because you're an entrepreneur, right? You left a great job at LinkedIn, and I used to work for corporate, and I left, and the thing is, it's not all glamorous. It's not all. I
Of
really
course
don't
not.
understand like the visuals of entrepreneurship where they're on the laptop on the beach. I just think like, look,
No.
I have four
Where's my
monitors.
beach?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, where? I have four monitors. I really don't like working like laptop. Yeah, I'll do it on the go, but I don't. I don't know. I like kind of sitting at a place stationed, just because you get all these messages, all these emails, and it's really hard to keep track of
Oh,
everything.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I love what you're saying. Like, that one thing that you talk about, like off script, I would say initially, as someone that's starting off, it's really difficult. Like, I have to put some bullet point in so that
yeah,
ultimately my audience know what I'm trying to
yeah,
talk about, so
yeah, yeah,
that's totally fine. But now that I'm used to it, and it seems like things are getting natural, and I like what you said, you want to interact with the audience, like for sale Sunday. Absolutely love the name Sunday.
yeah,
How
yeah,
amazing is
yeah.
that? and Preeti here. And these are like amazing conversation that LinkedIn or other platform allows, right?
Yeah.
So and the other point that I absolutely love that you brought up is so true. People always say that glamorous things about being entrepreneur, especially now I mean, obviously you're in way longer. How long have you have no degree.com?
I've had nodegree.com since 2014, so I've been here like a while. But remember, I didn't start working on it full time till 2018. August 2019 is when I left my first. 2019? No, I left August 2018.
Oh wow!
I don't know. I lose track of time. Yeah, August 2018. That's when I left, and then yeah, I remember. I was broke for a year and a half, so that's what a lot of people don't understand. But
tell me about it now.
yeah. So Joel, what's up? Joel stopped by.
Cool.
So someone asked Muhyiddin. He asked, "Why did you leave LinkedIn? Do you like corporate work environment?" And let me answer that, and let me know if I'm right or wrong.
Please.
You're an entrepreneur at heart.
I am.
And that's regardless. It's hard to stay at the corporate workplace, right? Is that true?
True. I think so. I couldn't agree more. And one of the most craziest things is if you look at my resume on LinkedIn, I do not stay for a job longer than 3 years.
Yeah.
And nobody had told me before, but my husband is the one that actually gave me that aha moment. He was like, I mean, you're never happy working for any company anyway. I was like, that's not true. I was like, but look at your track record. You can't stay for a company for more than 3 years, whereas for him, he stayed with a company for 8 years.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, so do you love your job? I was like, I mean, obviously I can't say who he is because his employer would be like, you're fired tomorrow. But anyway, my point is, and I never thought about it. And I remember the first time we do the e-coffee, and I absolutely love how spontaneous it is. Do you remember? We're chatting, and then I think the next day we just schedule it and we just like hop onto the Zoom call and just chat. And one of the things I think is just I realize everyone is replaceable. It's kind of really bad in a corporate world. I don't know whether you agree with me.
No, I agree.
Yeah, and I mean you're proud of it, but I used to identify with the brand a lot, and now that I'm out of it, obviously it's very what we call it?
Hypothetical.
Of me saying that, but
hypocritical. Okay,
hypocritical. Sorry, my English is really bad sometimes. And I was just wondering, like what is it that really pushes me out? Is because you're in what I like to call it one of the gear in this really already very well-oiled. And that's how I felt.
Yeah. No, I mean, I completely get you. And Muhyiddin I made a poll about this. What do you think about working 4 days in a week? Because I'm a big fan of working maybe longer hours and doing 4 days, because they showed something that like people only work a few hours and then the rest social media, this and that. So I'd rather just cut that out, get rid of the useless meetings, and I think you can do like the 4 day, and then you can enjoy every weekend. You can actually truly enjoy, right? Because there's always one day you catching up doing whatever errand stuff. Now, so Faisal asked a good question. Why did you not want to stay with the company and work your way up? And the thing is, I'll tell you, so I'm a certified career coach, and they're like tests you can take. So if you look at my top five strengths, there's called self-assurance, which is a strong belief in yourself. Futuristic, which is, you like dreaming big, you think about the future all the time, you like implementing things. Is developer, which is like building people up. Strategic, which is you utilize strategy. And there's achiever, where I like accomplishing things. So for me, entrepreneurship in a corporate environment, I'm always thinking about the future, and corporate environment is like, hey, you got to do X number here, X number here, X number here. And then what ends up happening also, sometimes you're limited by promotion because a certain company, you got to wait for the person to leave, you got to wait for the person to move, retire, all these other factors, and things take a long time. So, and the thing is, again, I have a strong belief in myself, so I see I could do that outside. That's what I want to do. And it's not saying, look, entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. Some people prefer the stability. Some people like the corporate structure. and it's okay, but we're just kind of giving a perspective that some people like Salina and I are the type that we're looking outside. I could do this. All these ideas are in your head and you could do it. And it's like, we want to act on it. So, and I found that for me to accomplish the things I want, it was much faster leaving and doing those things outside. Because look, I probably would have got like I don't even know, one promotion, and I would have spent time taking these tests, whereas like I have all these ideas and now I can actually implement some of them. So, that's kind of why. And, Muhyiddin asked, what's your thought on entrepreneur if something is already being implemented? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Maybe that there's something like they're out there, but even if your idea is out there, for the most part, you probably don't have an original idea, right? There's always one or two other people, but
1%.
just do it better, do it different, because you're in something that a lot of people do, but you have like a specific background. So can you expand on that?
Yeah. Oh, sure. I think to your point, right? It's like everybody ultimately, like me as a LinkedIn coach, there's so many LinkedIn coach out there is another one, right?
Yeah.
But is ultimately that person want to work with you because they like your personality, and the other person might like the other LinkedIn coach out there, right?
Yeah.
So it's really about what you bring and what stands out and how you click with that potential prospect or clients of yours that will want
Yeah,
to.
no, I think, the other thing that a lot of people have to think about, like, yes, there are a lot of LinkedIn coaches, but I'm going to tell you, if you ever use a LinkedIn coach, don't use a big one, because what I found is, like, the people who have a big following, they actually charge way too much. Like, you charge sometimes like $600 an hour, $400 to $600 an hour.
Wow.
And,
They charge that? Oh my God.
They do. And the sad thing is that they tell you, oh, post every day. Dude, they give you super basic things, right? That it's not even like
research
anything revolutionary. And Daniel, why LinkedIn and not IG? Honestly, I found LinkedIn just has a very good community. And I'll tell you, like IG, like I'm competing with like fitness models and celebrities. LinkedIn, I'm competing with accountants, so I think it's better playing field for me. But yeah, you'd be surprised. I've seen like people really charge a lot, and I know the advice they gave, and it wasn't anything revolutionary. And you don't get the care. Like you're a cog in their wheel. Like they're like, oh, you're gonna talk to my team of VAs, and you're never gonna interact with me.
Aww.
And I don't know. I feel like I like the smaller coaches because they're involved, they care about, they have more incentive to get results, because if you don't get results, that's like not a good review. Whereas the other people, they don't get results, it's like they got like 5 other people lining up.
They're worried about the bottom line, and so they have to basically work their ass off for their clients, and in that way it's really good for the clients.
So Daniel, I increased my mic, so let me know. And he brought up a great comment that you don't like being relegated by a person who has never gotten their hands dirty. I think that's also very true. Like I've seen, like even my company, like we provide tech support sometimes. Like I provide tech support to companies. Like I kind of step in and do that. And, I find that when you do that and you get involved down in the weeds, people respect you. They're like, wow, this person is willing to do, they don't think they're above me. Because again, it's about teamwork. And so I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And also it reflects to your quality of work, right? If you're willing to get down dirty, do all those works, you answer all the emails, you're the one that actually doing that. That's so much than someone actually or the VA helping you with all the conversation.
Yeah. So Daniel, I think this is the highest I can get. I think this is actually causing my mic to clip. So I actually gotta buy another piece. So sorry about that, Daniel. Next time I'll upgrade the show.
Good to me. I don't know.
No, you may have raised your volume, but he's saying I'm lower than you, so sometimes that causes issues. So
maybe it's because I'm too loud.
No, you're not too loud. Hey, what's up, Paul John? It's funny. Paul Johnston, he's in the UK. Yo, you know what's interesting? He's on a LinkedIn billboard. Because he had like a post years ago that went viral with like millions of views. He lost his job, and he's on a billboard, so it's like LinkedIn. So and him and I caught, and we're supposed to like meet up, talk, and we always miss each other. But I caught him on TikTok live last night because I made a TikTok video last night. I think it got like 2 views. That's it.
Oh,
But it is what it is.
this is how you started.
Yeah.
Everyone
So I gotta
started with
start. But
something.
you know what username I got on TikTok?
What is it?
At
No,
no degree. Just no degree. I'm
you
happy I got
got
that on
it.
TikTok. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
good
it.
job.
Yeah, so Daniel asked a good question. Yeah, I gotta get a cloud lifter, Nick. 100%. You're right on that. Hey, Tracy, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Now, question for both of you: top three influencers that you follow. So, who are the top three that you follow?
Wow, that's a tough one. Depending on what industry though, because I follow too many different
Yeah,
people.
yeah. So, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of large influencers,
Me
because
too.
a lot of their content is catered to gain the largest amount of likes, and that I'll tell you that the largest amount of likes isn't always geared towards the most valuable content. Like, I don't need a quote about success, and like, I don't need that. That's not what I need. I need like actionable advice, but you give actionable advice, it's not like fluffy and stuff. So for me, I mean, it is tough, top three, because I find like I read a lot. This is really tough, Daniel. But in
Yeah.
general, what I do is I'll give you, I unfollow all the big influencers and I follow smaller accounts, right? But you know what? Do you know Cher Jones from Canada?
No.
She has a LinkedIn Live on Tuesday. She's one
Oh,
of the
I know,
best.
I know.
She's
Yes.
so good. Her lives are so good,
Sure knows.
filled packed with jam packed content, and she truly cares about her audience. So, Cher
Oh,
Jones on LinkedIn, I'll say. Um, I do like Dan Price. The gravity payments guy. He's
yeah.
supposed to do well. I like it. He's for the people. I'm a big fan. Oh, he said my TikTok is on 316 views.
Woohoo!
I'm
I'll go ahead and check it for you. Oh,
yeah. So
good day.
yeah, I'm big time now.
Now that
Now,
you have bring up a couple of people, I have
yeah,
one too. It's
yeah,
actually a really good friend of mine. He's
yeah.
not like a huge influencer, but Marcus Chen, he gave a
Market.
lot of like great valuable advice with B2B sales. So
Yeah,
I tend to follow people that actually give LinkedIn tips since I'm with
yeah,
this in space. And also Sarah Barsa. She's also really, really good with offering like B2B sales tips as well. Very, very
yeah,
valuable.
yeah. So, no, I mean, and honestly, I would say don't follow. I think you should follow thought leaders, not influencers. Thought leaders in your area, because it's like if you like marketing, follow a marketing person.
Yeah.
And I find that if you follow the medium ones, they're the ones that are still hungry, still like, hey, I want to add value. Because you're gonna see a lot of people, like, I know there are tips to grow super quick, but I feel like you dilute the audience and you have to sort of, those are people who would sell their soul for money. Like, yeah, this gets the most like, I'm gonna do it. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
the content become not like original. Like
it's
I
not
thought
original.
it's just trying to clickbait.
Yeah,
Where for me, I really like actually someone not polished at all. And
yeah,
when you know they're not polished, there's some really good golden nuggets there. Like I learned the other day about Google have this amazing feature when you're recording, you can record now through Google Meet. And I was like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, I thought I can do
yeah.
that through Zoom and also with the auto text. And I don't know about that. And I find out from somebody that is just a LinkedIn user, and that's incredible. That's what
Yeah.
I value.
Yeah. Final ask, what do you think about Gary Vee? I will say, look, I think Gary Vee is good for like the beginning entrepreneur, but I've heard it all. Now it's like at a point of recycle. I will say that he does drop some huge gems here and there, like huge gems that, and a lot of people miss it. Like I think he has a the 98 strategy or something like
Yeah,
that. I forgot
98 cents, something like that.
98 cent, whatever. And
Yeah,
you it's basically putting your 2 cents in, and that's what got me started on LinkedIn and all that stuff. And he's always been like, "Oh, LinkedIn, LinkedIn, LinkedIn."
yeah.
So I do
Oh
like the
my,
stuff. Yeah,
he's the one that actually pointed that out. Yeah.
yeah. So it's it's one of those things that I, he does drop gems from them, but on a regular basis, it's like I don't need to hear more kindness and more empathy and more that. But look, I'll say he is better out of the other ones, because the other ones are just like, buy my course, buy my, just very too salesy for me. Whereas he's not salesy, and he has a different funnel that I like. Um, Yeah, and Kelsey says she thinks me, so I appreciate you. You know, Kelsey is definitely check out her content. She
I
knows
like her
community.
hair.
She has amazing hair, and she has
Yeah,
you know, just great community. I think regardless of, you know, follow and support people in your community.
that's
You
incredible.
you know who I do like? She has Lorena Acosta. She has like over 1 million followers, and not necessarily for content. I don't really see her content too much, but what I really like is I see her comment, like she's commenting on super small accounts, and it's always nice when you see like an account with 1 million, you know, a huge account just commenting. Because the thing is, I don't see any big influencers commenting on other than their small crew. I don't see them commenting on anything, and I don't know. I just feel like the only reason you're big is because you have a bunch of these little people, but you never see, you know, you don't drop a like or whatever. Or if they do, they talk about how they like the little person's post, and you know, they always have to make a big show out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. What is the name again? I want to check her out. It's
Who?
really amazing what
Oh,
she
Lorena Acosta. If you type
designed.
in Lorena, she should be the top one. Acosta. So she has some, you know, again, she's just always active, supporting others. I know people who know her, and you know, she's still reachable because I see some like once they become big, it's like no, they got their mansion, they got their stuff, and oh, you got to talk to their
Forgot
VA
about.
to get a, you know, hold of them.
Yeah,
And
that's incredible.
yeah, so
Wonderful destination. I like her
yeah,
her name. What's your travel bucket? Cool stuff.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, look, I'll say like when you follow people, you know, just follow people who aren't your typical, you know, typical influencer. Some of them have a certain look and all that. Follow people. I don't know. I just feel like the ones who aren't like the most beautiful or most attractive, they're the ones who have to create good content. Because I see some people, they just create any content, and you have like a bunch of 100 thirsty dudes just like, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you see it where it's like this wouldn't.
That's only happened in TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah, you know. So it
I'll see you too.
So, Faisal, make clear, do you feel the bamboo ceiling? I don't know what that is. I assume there's a ceiling for maybe Asians. You know, look, I mean, the thing is, there are lots of ceilings in corporate America, and once you work there, you kind of see, like, I've seen it all the time where I know someone who works at a company and they have a specific pay structure. He has a certain number of experience, but because he didn't follow a specific track, they're like, oh, because you're not in this specific track, the person with less experience gets more money. But you're doing an amazing job, and I love you, blah blah blah. And
Oh
you
my
kind of
God.
see it all the time where it's like,
Get it out of here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
no, look, trust me, the comments and keeping up with messages gets tough, right, as you grow. Um, look, what I'll say is, look, go look at the board of directors of companies, go look at the titles, and then sort of make your judgments from there. I mean, I've seen a lot of companies in the U.S. where it's like, look at the credentials of the people, right? I remember when my girlfriend was looking for companies, she saw all the Asians had PhDs and masters, and people of, you know, she saw like you know, people of another race have only a bachelor's. And I'm not saying that you should have people, but I'm just saying that if they have a certain thing that they want, and a certain group of people are not meeting that standard, you know, you can sort of imply certain things.
Yeah, absolutely. Faisal just explained like Asian getting restricted and getting promoted. Okay, that's what bamboo ceiling means.
Bamboo ceiling is
Yeah,
so.
I guess there is. I mean, just coming or like live and base in Asia before, I do think so. Majority of the time, if you're in sort of like a MNC where your boss are, you know, white male
Yeah,
and all these supports are all Asian, you know, and obviously, like to your point, right? It's difficult to sort of climb up the ladder because there's nobody present preced, precedented is a what I call president
unprecedented. Yeah,
precedented for that. So I think it's really tough from that end, and also bias, obviously, like.
yeah. No, you know, here's the thing. Regardless, all of us are biased in some way, and it's something that we have to actively, you know, work on. It's something that we have to get better on. You know, I'm doing my best, and I'm getting better, and you know, I have to get checked on it. And you know, the fact is that a lot of times think about it. The bias sometimes happens unintentionally that, you see a lot of people
Absolutely.
think about it. Oh, I've seen one where you look at recruiters, they're working with the client and the person hit all the things and they're like, oh, they're not a good culture fit. Right. And then,
Shouldn't be a fit anyway. It should be a
yeah,
cultural ed. That's
yeah.
what I learned, and I
So,
absolutely hate that. Hate
yeah,
that.
so sometimes it's like, look, again, it's one of those things you got to kind of see. It's harder to pinpoint, right? You have to kind of see it, experience it. Daniel asked simple suggestions on how to increase social media credibility. I think increase your own credibility and follow to social media and just be consistent with social media, support others, add value, and then your users will add credibility to you. That's what the thing is. You add value to your users, they'll support you, they'll go around you, and you accomplish things, and that'll add to your credibility. And Daniel says, if you see a problem, become the solution. And that's why I like entrepreneurship. And you got some follows. I love
That. Thank you, Kelsey, and thank you, Nick.
yeah. So I like entrepreneurship and small businesses because, you can sort of break those molds, right? I will say in VC, unfortunately, there's still a lot of bias that if if you go to a certain school, you're more likely to get funding and all that.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, you have a higher chance that if your product is so good, it doesn't matter. Especially if you don't go the funding route, then you have a lot more flexibility. Then it comes down to how smart you are, how much you learn about things. So what are some things that you've accomplished recently? Because how long has it been? Because I remember in the beginning, right? You were still working at LinkedIn, and I think you were leaving or something like that.
I am. I think when we're doing e-coffee, I'm still working at LinkedIn, but while
Yeah.
working on this side hustle thing. So what do I accomplish? Wow, I would say nothing. Nothing for now, but I am very happy in terms of how the company direction is, as well as, like you said earlier, like small businesses, we are trying very hard to help people, and that's one of the things that it's very true to my heart, as well as I'm very passionate about it. And if I do not get real result for my clients on LinkedIn, I basically will get them a full refund, which haven't.
Wow, that's okay, good. I mean, I do something like that too. Like when I do resumes, I typically do a 50% deposit up front, and then I say they only pay the second 50% if and only if they feel like I delivered a good service. And I think one time I didn't ask the person. They were ready to pay, but they said, hey, I felt you weren't as attentive. But I was like, hey, you know what? If you felt I wasn't, but I was tired that week, so I kind of understand. So now I'm a little careful about that.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's very true that it's like small businesses were ready to kind of work and kind of help you. And
Yeah.
Paul says it's disappointing to see that people are still judged on their appearance, race, or qualification.
Of course.
It sucks. It
Again.
look, the world will always be a matter of progressing, kind of, becoming better than before, checking biases, because it's like even within our lifetime, right? How people just viewed certain groups, right, has really changed over time. I think, if you were part of LGBTQ in 2005, 2010, it was like you didn't have the support that you did. And, now it's, new things. So, and Sunday says, Salina, you have wonderful energy. So you're getting multiple follows. So.
Thank you. But don't follow me at me, because I don't mind. I don't like follow. I like to get connected. So please connect me.
Yeah. So connect with Salina.
Better. Yeah.
So.
But I think to your point, right? I was running this International Women's Day celebration with a couple of like really powerful women, and what we come up together collectively is that now we're conscious about what's going on, like to your point earlier. But what is even important is we don't mind being wrong, because we're still at the stage that figuring things out. Think about it. 30 years ago, nobody have idea of what LGBT is, or all these like new terms that we come up in terms of like making everyone's equal, right? And looking at HR processes, hiring processes, and who to promote, like all these different ideas. And sometimes it's just putting out there and say it's totally fine to be wrong. Once we're figuring things out, this is the right thing to do, we continue doing that. So this
Yeah.
is how I see that, like the bias as well as obviously it's disappointing. Nobody is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
We all raised by different parents. I mean, I raised
Yeah.
two Asian parents. We see things very differently. We just need to close the gap. That's how I
Yeah.
see.
So, what is something that surprised you about entrepreneurship?
Wow. Like how people see me or like myself?
Yourself, like, because look, we all get in, and then sometimes you just get hit like hard, just like,
Yeah,
right? So
totally.
what? Yeah, what surprised you?
I surprised how much I learn about myself. Like I thought I did, but I don't. Like I
Yeah.
I thought I'm a professionalist, which I am, and there's so many learnings about myself that like because of being an entrepreneur, I figure out things that I'm really like of.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think that would be one of the biggest thing. And the other biggest things is how bad my time management is.
Ah.
Originally, I thought I am pretty good, but I caught myself working weekends. And that's like basically my value. Like I always tell myself, I never work in the weekends because I've been working like what
Yeah.
14 years of my life,
Yeah.
corporate, whatever. Now I work for myself as a boss. I allow that happen. So
Yeah. Yeah.
things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, Alicia, thanks for stopping by. Always good to catch you. And Daniel, it is definitely okay if you tag me in an article to get my viewpoints later. I see your stuff on Facebook. I always like it. I like your viewpoints, so I look forward to that. And I will say, yeah, that's the thing about so I do work weekends. And again, it's not because I really want to, but I don't mind, right? It's one of
Yeah.
those things like I don't mind, and it's not like I work crazy.
Because you love it.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just have to, right? You're in the growing phase of a business, and it just takes time. But it's one of those things that it it's very important to kind of think about those values. And the thing about entrepreneurship is there's always things to get done. So the thing is, you got to be careful and find that balance because the thing is, yes, there's always things to get done, but you don't always have to get them done now or this week or
Oh,
even this
so
month. It's a work in progress. Take your time. Yes, there's some things you need to get done now, but some things it's like, look, you can do it tomorrow. You can do it the next day. You can do
I
it on
know.
Monday.
Thank you for that. That's exactly what I need today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I see it all the time because, this is my thing. Like, sometimes I'll start working. And the thing with me is once I start working on it, it doesn't matter. Once I start, I get going. So if I start watching Netflix, I'm gonna watch a lot of Netflix. If I start, if I
I
start
love
doing
that.
like
Keep
answering
the
emails,
dedication.
yeah, if I
Thank you.
start answering emails, I'll start answering like all the emails. So, you figure out what's best for you. And then Daniel says IQ used to be the buzzword in entrepreneurship. Then it was, I think you meant AQ, adaptability. Yeah, adaptability is everything in entrepreneurship. You got to be able to adapt because it's like things change. Things change all the
Especially
time.
now, more than ever. Think about it. All the remote working, all the future of work, everything
Yeah,
is adaptability and also not just entrepreneurship, also apply to employee and employer too. Everything we're adapting. I mean, during COVID,
yeah,
everybody is adapting. And so yeah, AQ is extremely important. I will also say emotional
yeah,
intelligence is something that it's super important for entrepreneur. What do you think?
yeah. It's so important because I come across a lot of people and I see what holds them back is the emotional intelligence. Because I'm going to tell you what happens is you have a bad business partner, you're going to have bad clients, you're going to deal with these things. How do you react to it? How do
Yeah,
you react to these situations, right? Because again, you mentioned that there are other people doing our things. How do I react to the situation? And then even pricing. There's some people who want crazy discounts. How do I tell them, hey, no, this is my pricing. What do I do? So you have to learn a lot and you have to pull from so many places. So you have to have that emotional intelligence. And the fact is you also have to have emotional intelligence when it comes to yourself. You have to be able to understand yourself, understand your strengths and weaknesses. Do all that. Hey, Majida, nice to see you. And like for
I'm,
me, it's just like I know. Look, there was like a whole year or two I didn't watch Netflix, and then recently, like I got back into it. I had a little more free time, and like I'm a binge watcher, so I don't start like shows that have lots of seasons because I know what it's gonna be is I'm gonna just stay up till like
Me
4 a.m.
too.
watching,
I'm horrible at it
so
too.
I didn't,
But I need
I
to
didn't,
follow through.
yeah, so that's why I didn't start like Game of Thrones because I heard it's like an amazing show and it's like lots of seasons. So it's like I'm not starting it because it's, I like short shows and, or things that are one off, like movies. You watch a movie and, that's it. But yeah, you have to know your strengths and weaknesses. Hey, Junaid, nice to see you. Always good to catch you.
Amazing. I love, love, love your community here,
Yeah,
Janai.
no, look, they support me and I support them, and it's cool. So Junaid, he has a shirt that says because he has a similar name to me, so he has a shirt called Super Junaid. So I gotta go buy his shirt.
Awesome. And I like
Yeah,
how they're dialing in from all different places like Facebook, LinkedIn.
yeah,
Incredible,
yeah.
guys.
You know what? Let me see. Yeah, I get a couple people on Facebook and
Yeah, that's
stuff. Oh, am I
incredible.
going on Twitch? Crap, I'm not on. Oh, that's why I didn't go on Twitch. Crap. Oh well.
Twitch is a platform that I haven't been cracking for sure.
Again, each platform has a different language, and Twitch. The thing is, there has to be a game focus because,
I
like,
know.
if there's a video game focus, so FYI, people on Twitch, what I'm gonna do is I have these what is it? I have like Pokemon cards. So you see,
Oh,
like I have Pokemon cards, so I'm gonna like display them and
that's
stuff.
so
And they're
cute.
like these
You
online
should
codes.
collect them,
Yeah, I
especially
still
the
collect them.
tiny
So
ones.
yeah, yeah.
Me and my sister will fight for it. It's so
Yeah,
stupid now that I think about it.
yeah. No, I mean it's fine.
It's
Kids will
playing
be kids. But yeah,
rivalry.
so on Twitch they have like these. There's this online game and you can open packs. So I'm gonna like open the packs on Twitch. So,
Oh, it's so
um,
cool. I
yeah, like
was
so,
That reminds me of a poll that I ran on LinkedIn asking like which tech era are you from? And then I bring up Kamakochi and I
yeah,
know exactly who are the people that know
yeah, yeah,
Kamakochi and those like, oh, I see you. We're the
yeah,
same
yeah.
age group.
No, you know what's it's yeah the old tech definitely making a comeback and it's interesting you bring that because I was super young but I knew of it and I remember I had the little thing whatever the little thing in your hand I forgot I had one of the fake ones
It's like
like
a
one of the
little
different
egg.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah. And you
so
sleep with it because you're so afraid that that Kamakochi animal is going to die when you're sleeping, and you're
yeah
constantly like just waking up and trying to like feed the bird or whatever the animal that you choose.
yeah just want
It's
to shout out Corey Preston very nice guy very supportive he has a page called Pacifica Treatment does a lot of things regarding mental health and all that so
wonderful.
just amazing guy
Hi,
yeah so
Henry. So good to see you. And Tracy mentioned emotional intelligence got it all. Being able to push yourself through and with others too. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And also having good friends and that support
oh yes
system is so incredibly important. That's one thing that I learn a lot about being an entrepreneur because sometimes you could just like what we said earlier, you work yourself up, you're all by yourself, all alone, and sometimes you've got to network. And I'm so grateful that that's how we met each other, Janai and I,
yeah
and just having this amazing accountability partners or whoever that could support you along the way through the business is the way to go.
yeah No, I mean that support system is so important. A lot of people really discount it, but it's something that like entrepreneurship is a very lonely road. And thankfully, I have business partners who are very supportive, who've had businesses before. I have other businesses that we routinely talk and we kind of share things and share ideas because they give me ideas, I give them ideas, and Junaid says even accepting emotional intelligence as being more important really makes a big difference. And
Absolutely.
and thanks Junaid for coming to LinkedIn, and Charlie, thanks for always stopping by. He's been here since the beginning of my live journey, so I really appreciate that, Charlie.
I like
Um,
that.
yeah, so
Sparky little thing.
no,
Power.
because now it's
Power.
been over a
Power.
year. It's been a year because I live streamed at the end of 2019. I think like September,
Oh, we need
whatever.
to do a celebration. 1 year
Yeah, no,
anniversary.
it's
And all
crazy. It's
your
like,
fans will come over.
it's crazy because I never thought I would live stream. So it's one of those things that I never thought I would do it. I'll be like, why do people watch live stream? And now I get it. Now it's all about the community that,
I think so, yeah.
yeah,
Actually, now that I think about it, you're the one that encouraging me to start live streaming. Do you remember? Because I was asking you
yeah,
what topic, things like that, and then you're like, oh, Selena, be mindful, don't live stream LinkedIn stuff
yeah,
because the business, right? I mean, my
yeah.
business. So that was incredible, and now I've slowly built up that small, close knit community, and that I absolutely love them. That's the beauty of it. Whenever you live stream, you have those amazing, awesome friends like Kelsey,
Yeah, Kelsey's amazing.
Charlie. Oh my gosh, like all these amazing people just join this amazing conversation.
Yeah, no. So no, I mean it's you got that community is everything. It's like you go together, you see their journeys, you see all that. So, so it's important. Like having those friends, they help you, they teach you, they grow with you. And yeah, Charlie says been here for 187,000 hours.
I love that. Oh,
187,663,976 hours. So yes.
and then Kelsey was like, I met Charlie through your lives. I love that.
Yeah, no, it's like you make friends, you get a
Majida.
lot, and then it's like,
I'm blushing too.
yeah, do I blush? You don't know me, but so
Just go and
it's
find the
cool.
powder.
It's and what's crazy? It's like you'd be surprised at who watches your lives. Like you get a lot of interesting people. Like so the
True.
thing is, I live streamed before the pandemic. So what I found was there were people who watched my lives who I didn't even know watched it because a majority of LinkedIn doesn't like or engage because they work for a company or
Yeah.
they don't want to see
It's
that they
straight
don't want to show
social
that,
media
so they're a little
talks.
careful
Yeah.
with that stuff. But you find that a lot of people, hey, what's up, Adi? Nice to catch you. It's always good catching
Hi.
you.
I saw another LinkedIn user. Yay, positive community is definitely something you want. Yes. Hell
Yes, yeah,
yeah.
positive is everything. So
Yeah.
what's something I forgot what your answer was, but what's something that surprised you about what's another thing that surprised you about entrepreneurship?
Like learning about myself, I thought is going to be all about business,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah,
I got so much reflection about myself internally as a person, how I dealt with things, and not really constantly looking for sales because
yeah,
my background is really sales and marketing. I thought I would be looking at the metrics all the time, which I do as well, especially for my clients, as well as for myself. I want to take a look at growth. But ultimately, I see that those are not important. I don't know why. I enjoy this way more, and that's
yeah,
not sparked me joy. And that's really changes how I think about things.
yeah. No,
You know
you
what I
have to.
mean?
I know
Because
what
it's
you mean because
scary.
when you work corporate, you have a function, right? They have other people doing the other stuff, and you kind of stay in your function. And then in entrepreneurship, you're your own CFO, your CTO. You got to go figure all this stuff out, and you got to find the right balance of what to focus on and all that.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is, hold on, John. So Charlie says, "Okay, stay beautiful, you amazing people. Stay
Oh,
beautiful too,
thank you.
Charlie."
Now I'm blushing like Kelsey.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, so it's one of those things that you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about what you're good at, what you're not good at. Like I tell people, like when they're entrepreneurs, that there are four types of skills: skills you're good at that you like doing, skills you're good at that you don't like doing, things you're bad at that you don't like doing, and things you're bad at that you like doing. And I say, spend more of your time on things you're good at that you like doing. Minimize your time on things you're good at that you don't like doing.
Yeah.
Outsource what you're bad at that you don't like doing and get better at the things you're bad at that you like doing, because it's like it's finding that right balance, because you focus on things that you're good at but you don't like doing, you burn yourself out. You work a few hours and you're done. But if you do things that you like, you're like, oh, I work 10,
Yeah.
12 hours, but I'm good, I can
Absolutely.
keep going.
Oh my gosh, bro, you're like just throwing me tons of gems that like today this recording I'm going to go back this session and hear that again for myself because that's exactly what I need, as well as earlier what you said. My to-do list is always like this. Oh, can you guys see it? It
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
really stupid.
yeah,
Crap.
yeah, yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Can you see your name?
Yeah, I made a to-do list. That's
I
good.
know,
That's
but I like what you said. You don't have to finish doing that today. And that's something that seriously, I need to tell myself every single day because I would always be like pushing, the task to completely get um off to the to-do list,
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. No,
yeah.
it's tough. I mean, you know what? I'll tell you something. Like there's a very good test I took, the Gallup Strength Finder test, and
Mm,
that kind of helped me focus on the work that's best suited for my strengths.
yeah.
And I found that when I catered to my strengths, you want to improve your weaknesses, but when you cater to your strengths, you find that you can work longer, you're not as drained. Because look, I'm super tired today, and I'm gonna take a nap after this, but not because this is draining. I could do this all day. So despite me being tired, didn't get enough sleep, I still like am good. And
Yeah.
people, you see my eyes. So if my eyes weren't like this,
Okay, me too.
no, but yours you have to go
What's
closer.
going on?
Mine you can see, further away.
No,
But
mine
it's
I
like,
have makeup. It's unfair to you.
but I guess you can say that.
Sunday
But
was
yeah,
like that's deep.
that's no.
Very cool,
So
absolutely.
it's one of those things that it's like you get better at these things. You
Depending
understand
on
yourself,
product.
and that productivity thing. It's like, here's the thing, and I'll say a lot of entrepreneurs get this wrong. They just think, oh, you got to wake up 5 a.m., you got to wake up 6 a.m. to be productive. But no, it's like you got to find that
Yeah.
right balance, that right time zone, the right things for you. Some people have structure like, hey, I got to get these things done in the morning, and towards night when I'm a little more tired, I do these types of things. I actually do some of the better things at night, and
Me
just
too.
because it's like I'm more alert at night. So it's like you got to
Me too.
find those things, and you
Yeah.
know find ways to delegate tasks. I think the other thing is you can't do everything yourself. So when you can afford to do so, start paying, getting assistance and getting all that stuff. It's going to make a big difference because,
Absolutely.
look, you can only do so much in a given day, and there's only so much you could learn, and there's only so much you can be good at. So, take ownership of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of the things that your assistant couldn't be able to do, because you're all obviously the expert of that
Yeah.
person, be the face of the brand. So do you
Yeah.
delegate tasks that you don't want to do? I sometimes like to say it more, and do things that spark joy, and that's what I'm doing. All the things that I love on social media, on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
especially.
So Junaid said one of the reasons a lot of people wake up super early is because they have kids. Yes, I don't have kids, so
I love
I don't
it.
have to
Yeah.
worry about them. But yeah, you know what? I'll probably end up taking a lot of naps or something. Who knows what or I'll just be super tired when I have kids. So yeah, and again, you got to know your personality. You got to know like, hey, how much time?
What
Like
works for
even
you?
like introverts, right? They have to know how much time they need alone. They need to know, and you have to know how to deal with other personalities. Like, how do you interact with your business partners? How do they understand things? How do you understand things? And finding the right balance, because everybody's different, right? You're never going to agree on everything, but it's like, how do you go past the disagreements? How do you go past those things to sort of, get to a certain place?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. What I find like introvert and extrovert, like your point, right? Like to get that balance is tough sometimes
Yeah,
because we don't operate in the same energy. For example, I'm totally extrovert, and my business partner coming on board on Monday, he's totally introvert,
yeah,
and we spark in different things, and
yeah,
we like to do things very, very differently. For example, I love to go on live show. I want to
yeah,
interact with my clients. All these, what I call,
yeah,
spark me joy, spark me happiness.
yeah,
Whereas for him, he like to look at all the numbers, look at all the spreadsheets, which is like absolutely my
yeah.
nightmare. So yeah, finding that balance is so important. If we can achieve that, that's like the beauty of that partnership, because you can never be like the other
Yeah.
person when it comes to that, right? Yeah.
No,
So
I think that's so important that you have partners covering your weaknesses. And because the thing is, it's just like, yeah, you're not going to be that person. He's not going to be you, but that's
no,
okay. And that's what makes your business stronger, because you guys cover each other's gaps.
absolutely. And that's a cultural ad.
Yeah, that's a culture. You know what? I love the word culture add, because
Yeah,
everything's always a culture fit.
yeah,
But you want to expand, you want to do new things, you need a culture add, because the
yeah.
reason you're not doing it because you don't already have it within your culture.
Absolutely. And I hate fit. Like it just shouldn't be cultural fit. Like or else everyone will be the same. in the
Yeah,
same company, then everyone will be doing a certain function of jobs forever. Then what about the other tasks, right?
yeah.
Like nobody's handling that.
No, especially at large companies, they get so homogenous, they get so boring, and then I don't know, that's sort of when they start going downhill. And then, oh, so Selena, Junaid invites you to his show. You
Yay,
know,
Janae, thank you, thank
if you
you.
look at it, if you look through his profile, he was on one of my live shows. He has the best studio set up.
Really,
He has
wow.
like a
I need to learn from you.
teleprompter, multiple cameras. He has one camera in the back that rolls, like it's
Oh
on a
my
thing and it
God.
moves back and forth. Like he presses a button, like
Ah!
it's so serious. It's like
Oh
the
my God.
one of the
You're
best
going to
setup.
look down on my setup. My setup is my yoga pillow,
Yeah,
and then that's it with my desk, and then here's my my
yeah.
computer, and that's it. And I have
No,
always been using the camera forever. So, guys, I'm going to learn from you.
yeah. No, I mean, look. Obviously, I upgraded my setup over time. Now you see, like, hold up, this is gonna blind you guys. So you see, I have that, and so look, this is my. I do it during the day, it's here, but during the night, I flip it towards the wall because there's like, all these little things. But
You
you
guys
know,
is going to laugh at me. You know where is my light? My light
what?
is this computer
Yeah,
opening the like strongest light so that light will reflect in my face. So my
yeah,
face is lighted up so everybody can see. So
yeah. No, it's
don't
just one
laugh
of
at
those
me,
things.
guys.
No, nothing to laugh at. You know what the thing is? It's like you
I
upgrade, but the
saw it
thing
all.
is, at the end of the day, you could have the most professional setup, but it's all about your energy, your
So true.
enthusiasm. That's what really it comes down to. Do I
Yeah,
have a hoodie?
yeah,
Yes,
I
I
have a
do.
hoodie.
Oh, but I think he's asking for personal hoodie. I gotta, you know what, Daniel? I have a hat somewhere.
All three of you are freaking Rasta. Yes,
Oh,
Daniel. Thank you. Thank you.
Daniel's cool. So I'm gonna get I gotta make
You
some
need to
hoodies.
check tonight's show now. Now that you talk about all his amazing equipment, then I might need to ask him to send me a list of it. When I
No, you know what? I wrote an article.
enough, my
So I wrote
business.
an article about equipment. So I'll send it to you on my
Yes,
website because
please.
people always ask me. So
Oh
I'll
yeah.
give you that.
I mean, yeah,
But
you have great sound quality. Look at all these great stuff. I only get my AirPod.
no, I mean, look, the thing is, again, the most
Right.
important thing that anybody ever brings is their energy. I think nothing, regardless of all the equipment, all that matters is the energy, the enthusiasm.
So true.
Because, sometimes you won't have all that, right? If I'm traveling on the go, I can't bring all this stuff, right? I just got to bring up the laptop. And yeah, Daniel said they did a segment called It's All Goody in the Hoodie. So,
I love that.
you know what? I love hoodies. Like,
I love hoodies
I have like
too.
three on
That's
the
my
floor
hoodie.
right now. But I gotta make my own hood. I gotta start like getting some merch and stuff. I have hats. I got like shirts and
You
stuff.
you do have some really cool merchandise. You
Yeah,
showed me
so
last time. You have a cap with
yeah, I have a cap
Instagram.com.
somewhere. Oh,
Yeah.
I found it. Hold on.
I love that we're like keep finding different props. You guys want to see how my setup of my desk?
Yeah, yeah. Show your
Yeah.
setup. Show your setup.
My setup is just awful.
So I
And
can't wear it right now because I have the headphones. But
oh, so cool indeed, yo!
hold up. You know
Look
what? Maybe
at
I'll do this.
that with that sticker. So cool.
So yeah. So okay. Yeah, I'll try. I don't know. It looks a little weird with the headphones on, but yeah. So that's my hat. You know. I want to design some couple more things. I have some things that I'm like interested in, like shirts, hoodies, but
I
definitely
love
want
a
to do that.
t-shirt when it comes to merchandise. Like that's one
T-shirt,
of
right?
the yeah, I just love it. Or workout clothes. Like it's just
Yeah,
perfect.
I like workout clothes. I was gonna buy a t-shirt printer, right?
Oh yeah, you told me about it.
But
So
yeah, I ended up not doing it just because I wanted to save up more cash. It worked out. I ended up spending the money on marketing and all that stuff, so it worked out.
okay. That's
And
bad news in the business in long run.
yeah,
Good job.
but yeah, but I do want to get a t-shirt printer eventually because it's like I just want to be able to print merch on demand. And yes, we do need to fix up my audio. I need a cloud lifter, or I don't know who he's talking to, but yeah, the audio is the easiest upgrade. The beauty is you can have great audio for not too much, right? Even there's some simple mics that can really fix up and make it just a lot more clear.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm going to learn so much from both of you about
Yeah.
audio. You know, my audio is definitely shit. I'm just using my computer right now.
Yeah. So cool. I mean, anything let's slowly start to wrap up. We had like a decent audience, 10 to
Yeah.
20 people on at all times. So I'm
That's
hoping to do this more. Thank you so much. And when is our live show? It's on my calendar, but I gotta mentally like think
I
of it.
need to check that very quickly, but I remember it's in May. I think end of May.
Okay,
Yeah.
end of
That'll
May.
be
So let's see.
amazing. We talk about productivity as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, May
I love
28th. So
that
I'm
topic.
excited. May
I'm going to
28th,
work
12
so hard.
p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, you can only hear me on
You
my
and my
left ear. I wonder
audience.
why. That's interesting.
I can only hear you on my left ear. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Echo cancellation is turned off.
I'm
You got
coming good. Yay!
stereo audio. Wow, that's interesting. I don't
Links
know.
to connect. Yes, I will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, Daniel, I gotta go on Facebook. I'm gonna message you, but yeah. So I'll give you that stuff.
Yeah, I'll send the time for our LinkedIn live together as well. I think that would be fun. I just realized we did not talk about anything about the topic for helping companies to find talent with degree. But
You know
anyway,
what? That's fun. I totally forgot that was a topic, but I think we had
I
fun.
was like looking at my like sort of cheat sheets over here, and I was like, oh. No, but you know what is one of the things that I do want to brought up is
Yeah.
that now that I'm hiring my team, right, and I have
Yeah.
my new business partner coming in, I realized that hiring people with attitude is the most important thing.
Attitude is you can't fix a bad attitude.
Yeah, exactly. Like the willingness to learn is just one of the things that I look into hiring. And I realize there's also the shift in terms of how people hire. I also want to hear your opinion. Is that especially for entrepreneur, there's a rise in SMB, small
Yeah.
business growth like us, right? Because of COVID, as well as other things around us. And I realized that it's less of people scanning interview process is more
Yeah.
like entrepreneur reaching out to talent or candidates that they see they have a very strong personal branding or online
Yeah.
presence, so they go ahead and hire them. So I hire my VA based on that. I
Yeah.
also hire my content strategist based on that. So
Yeah.
I'm not basically asking people to apply for the job.
Yeah.
So this is like pretty crazy, and I'm very interested to get your
Yeah.
take on that.
No, so you know how I hired? So look, I'll tell you, I hired my workers off LinkedIn. There was one guy, like I did like SEO stuff. I watched like 90 of his posts. He did like 100 posts in 100 days, and they're all value add. That's how I hired him. And then that's how I found him. And then other ways is through referrals. So
Referrals,
the
absolutely.
referrals, I find that when you get good people, ask them to refer because they'll refer good people because they realize like, oh, this person is good to work for. I don't want to send someone bad because I don't want to work with them. And, so that's something that's you have to think about. And yeah, I haven't not one job posting. Again, it's like one, I hired my friend's sister. I knew she was a hard worker. She got me her classmates and stuff. My sister's friends. So it's kind of like that. It's just you watch people and small businesses, they don't post the same way. So it's like, kind of that's the benefit of putting yourself out there. You'll get these opportunities that you just won't find. They're just not traditional.
Yeah, and to your point about referral, if you done an amazing job in terms of networking, it's really easy to get that job because even though it's a referral, you might know that person just once through a e-coffee, but when that person is trying to find, I don't know, like a copywriter, you happen to be a copywriter, because you network with them, they ultimately want to work with you. So I do see that happening a lot
Yeah.
throughout.
Wait, is it better now? I like press something. So is it still mono now?
You're trying to fix your audio
Yeah, I don't know why it's only mono.
stereo
So
output. Nick
so
is mentioning.
Nick, is it better now? Is it mono now or what? Let me know. I hope I fixed it. But Now I know I won't press that button. My
Kelsey
bad.
is like putting her head up, so sorry, hand up. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure
what do you have,
if that's
Kelsey?
me.
That's
Yeah,
me. Oh, I think yes.
that's
So,
like it
wow.
works,
How can
right?
I put stereo? I gotta check these things, man. Thank you. I wish I didn't know at the end.
Yeah.
This is used by musicians. So, yeah, I gotta
Maybe
wait for the
Jeanette
comment.
could do like an audit, your
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
audit for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Still mono. Oh,
Still mono.
oh well. I'll
Still
fix it.
not hearing.
So
Yeah.
I gotta I'll go fix it. You know what, Junaid, we need to spend some time. I gotta get the stereo output. Nope, still
Jeanette
left here only.
is the expert.
Wait, you know what? Hold up, before we finish, I'm gonna get this right.
And Charlie.
Hey, testing. Okay, what
Ooh,
about now? Okay, let's see. Um, Now what about now, Charlie? Is it better now?
Kelsey sent to you.
Thanks, thanks, Kelsey. Always good to stop by. Thanks you. We're gonna wrap up, but I just need to fix this issue. It's di- See, that's the beauty
Yeah,
of having a great
you
community, dude.
say I'm on the phone. Sounds good to me.
So phone is different because remember they're not headphones. Headphones is gonna have
Oh
the
yeah,
left.
true. Oh,
Is it fixed? Oh, okay.
yes, it's fixed.
Yes.
Better.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay.
Amazing.
Interesting.
Are you going live
Wow.
later? If that's the case, you have to fix it, bro.
Nah, now I fixed it. So, but okay, now interesting. Okay, so I had to switch to a different setting. Loop back mix. Interesting. So,
Miguel, Mr. Miguel just joined.
yeah, Mr. McGa. So he's my podcast editor. Again, I found him
Mm,
because of I changed the input from like there were multiple settings, so I fixed it.
I did.
Oh, that's what the issue was.
So what is it?
Oh,
It's like, yeah, Charlie is asking, how do you fix it?
no, because in audio settings there are like three different settings for my box, so I chose one of them didn't work. I was always on this one, so I chose the second one. Okay, so that should fix a lot of issues. I'm really
Mm,
happy. Okay, so I lowered my gain, so that should fix it. But
cool.
yeah, crap. What was I saying? Oh, loop back. Okay, thank you. You guys are amazing. Now, I've leveled up during this live stream because of my audience. So that's the beauty of having a good audience, right? Oh,
Absolutely. We
so
all
yeah,
level up. Woohoo.
so yeah, Alejandro, he's my podcast editor. So he come like I found my virtual assistant. She told me, "Hey, are you looking for a podcast editor?" I was like, "Yes, I am." And he got fired, and I hired, because the people didn't know how to treat someone good, and I picked him up, and their loss, my gain.
Amazing. Miguel, welcome to the club. Yay, yay,
Yeah,
yay.
yeah. So what do you want to close the shop with? We're hitting
I
over an
want to
hour.
close it by saying absolutely big thank you because you have been just dropping so many amazing entrepreneur gems to me. I mean, I'm just a 9 months old
Yeah, yeah.
little boss. And yeah, I'm learning like two huge things, the key takeaway. And again, I absolutely love your audience. Your audience is absolutely amazing. I really hope that I could connect with each and every one of you after this show. I will go ahead and send the connection invite. I don't know whether I still have the connection invite for this week. If not, next Monday you will see me there. And I hope to wrap up in May 28th. Janai is going to be on my show
I'm
talking about
excited. So excited.
productivity. I'm really, really excited about that. I have my weekly show on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central European time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern time for you
Yeah.
guys. So yeah, join me if you guys are available. Very, very excited to be here today with you and speaking all things nodegree.com and hashtag LinkedIn Somnia.
Thank you so much. You brought so much wonderful energy. We're gonna do this again.
Yes.
It's interesting. It's like if I ever go back to corporate, I'd want to work for LinkedIn. That's the only, that's
Oh, can
I
we
do
be
like
in
it.
the same team though, please?
Yeah, you know what? We'll make a pitch. We'll both go back, but only if we're on the same team.
Yay!
So
Wait, but which function will you go? You've got to tell me.
I don't know. Probably something with the newsfeed or algorithm. I don't know. I'd like to really impact that.
Ooh, then you need to know engineering stuff. Then, if you need to
No,
know
I
that.
would manage the engineers. I'd rather manage the engineers. But I look. I used to be an actuary. I know numbers and stuff, so I'll
What?
like pick up that stuff. But
What?
or I don't know. Or maybe.
I'm always so jealous about the engineers. Just letting you guys know, when engineers they got dinners at LinkedIn, they also have breakfast. I mean, breakfast everybody have lunch too, but dinner they got it as well. And
Or
it's
maybe enterprise sales. I think that would be
ooh,
fun.
that's what I am before.
Yeah,
Oh,
you did it. So maybe
good.
that. I don't know. It's like tough.
Good, good. I like sales a lot. If I can go back, I do think I will go back to sales. Just I know it's really tough, but it's a little bit similar to entrepreneur. Don't
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
agree?
You
Like
got to figure
you,
things out.
yeah, you have to finger things out, adaptability. We talk about so much today, and just keep you up the toe because there's so many challenge every single day. Yeah, so I do
Yeah, so
think
Junaid has a cousin that works at LinkedIn. I know someone that works at LinkedIn, so look,
cool.
I know
Me
people who work.
too. I
Yeah,
used
and then you work if you have coworkers, but who knows? I don't know. But I don't know if they gave like a
we know each
professional
other.
poster. I think if they gave professional poster to promote the platform, I think I'd be good at that.
Yes, yes. But you know what? LinkedIn needs to do even more.
What?
It's hiring no degree talent. I agree.
Look, I'll tell you, I spoke to someone at LinkedIn. They're actually really working on that. And then the
Correct.
good thing is the CEO doesn't have a degree. And he wasn't the original CEO because most of the time when CEOs don't have degrees, they're the founders. But he wasn't the founder. He moved up. So anybody, if you could get me Ryan Roslansky, whatever, I think that's his name, if you could
I
get
have
me on my
his.
podcast,
All
that's
right.
like my dream, one of my dream guests, like the CEO of LinkedIn. That would be like big.
Let's do that. Okay. That's your goal. I'll make it
Definitely.
happen.
All
I
right. Thank you.
promise
Thank you.
you. I think I do have his email. All right.
Yeah. All
Let's
right.
let's figure this out together and I will love
Together.
yeah,
All
together.
right. Thank you, everyone. Salina and I will do this again May 28th next month. So a month from now,
Yes.
I'll be on her live productivity. Thank you, Majida, Charlie, June. Thank you
Thank
for live
you.
tech support. Appreciate Charlie again. Adi, thanks for stopping by. Kelsey, she left, but still want to give her a shout out. Tracy, Miguel, Majida, Daniel, just a lot of great questions. Nick Lozano,
Yes.
appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. I wouldn't be where I am without all you guys and all your support. So
Oh,
thank you so much. Bye bye.
bye.